Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another live stream here early morning, and it's huge. Group of death stuff now. Croatia and Italy facing off here, and if we need to, we will get the ladder up come the second half, because this could get very, very interesting in terms of who qualifies. At this current stage, we have Spain on top and definitely going through on 6 points. In second place, Italy on 3 points. This is against Albania on 1 point in third currently, with Croatia bottom with 1 point. They're -3 goal difference, so it could hurt them for the third place qualifying. So we keep track of that Spain-Albania game as well to see how that game turns out. But if the Italians win this game, so they go through in second place. But if Croatia or Albania are able to pick up 3 points, it could get interesting in terms of who qualifies second and who could qualify in that third place position. We'll run through the lineups now, because it's very, very interesting to see the lineups for the two sides. Grading them up just. There we go. So Livakovic in goal. It is Stanisic, Sutolo, Pongranic, and Gvardiol across the back four. Luka Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic in midfield. Kramaric, Sucic, and Pasalic up top. So Kramaric, he'll play in the middle in this game here. The Italians play with those three centre halves. It is Damian, Bastoni, Calafiori, DeMarco, and Di Lorenzo, the wing backs. It's Jorginho, Barella, and Pellegrini in midfield, with Retegui and Raspadori leading the line. So a 3-5-2 for the Italians, 4-3-3 for the Croatians. But the Italians gone to a 5 back here later in the tournament. Interesting how that all lines up for them. And obviously different up top as well. Raspadori and Retegui lead the line rather than Scamacca. So a few change in the Federico Chiesa for Italy. No Maya, no Budimir for the Croatians. So different in that regard as well, as we are almost now ready for kickoff. My prediction, I think a draw. I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to go with a 1. I'm going to go 1-1 draw. I can't get my mind up. I'm going to go 1-1 draw here in this one. I think it's going to be very, very tight in this game here. But it's going to be engaging. It's going to be enthralling from start to finish. The Italians need to win. Croatians need to win. We've got Kramaric over this ball. With the Croatians kick off. And it's Croatians kick us off. They're going from right to left in their classical red and white. The Italians in all blue going from left to right. What a game we've got on our hands here. Here comes Mateo Kovacic in the opening moments now. Right to Pasalic. Now with Gvardiol. Pongranic plays across to Sutolo. There's the Italian 5, that banker 5. And that deeper sign there, that's the Italian change in this game here. It's back to the more traditional back 5, which we're used to for the Italian side, especially in most recent times. Now this is Gvardiol. That's their first change made. How will the Croatians adjust? There's Luka Modric, the great wizard in midfield, Stanisic. Sucic turns well. Finds Mateo Kovacic. There's Kramaric now. He will be the key avenue to goal for this side here. He'll be the important figure to lead the line for this Croatian side. If you are joining us, ladies and gents, let us know your score predictions in the comment section down below. Interesting to see what everyone thinks of this game here. It could be a tight one. Just decide how Group B finishes off here. Back to Vlahovic in the Croatian goal. Early moments here, it's Croatia in possession. The Italians chasing. I expect a bit more possession for the Croatians, and I think the tides have turned for the Italians. They will look to play a bit more without the ball, especially with this new 3 centre-half formation. That ball's played in the feet of Kramaric. Now Sutalo. Stanisic back to Sutalo. And calmness and possession are the key words early here for the Croatians. That with Josko Vardiol. Now Stanisic. You can see, I said it in my Germany game recap of the final day in match Group 1 is we start to see a slower tempo to games, especially here. We've seen that in the early moments as here goes Andre Kramaric and Bastoni's done well. Dash out behind for a goal kick. I was saying, yeah, you can see a much slower tempo of these games now, match day 3. Teams wanting to play a bit more like that knockout style. You see the first look at Zlatko Dalcic. The Croatian coaches. This Croatian pressers won the ball back high up the pitch. Look at Modric. Driving the spaces. And the snapshot. Oh, fantastic save on Gianluigi Donnarumma. And Sucic tests the gloves of Donnarumma in the first 5 minutes. That ball was swerving through the sky. Wow. And Donnarumma has to make an important intervention in the first 5 minutes. That was dropping in to that top left-hand corner. Fantastic early effort from Sucic. Croatia, the first corner of the game. Luka Modric to take a right-footed in-swinger. It's a low ball. Can't get past the first man. Comes out the space there. Stanisic in well. Wins that ball off DeMarco. But the Italian man will win a throw. There's Damian, the new man introduced to Di Lorenzo. Playing at the right side of 3 centre-halves, which he's played a fair bit this season of Inter Milan. Difference, a change from Spalletti. Here's Sotolo. And look at Modric. The Croatians go back. Here to try and go forward. Stanisic. Brozovic now. He gives that away. Pellegrini in the ball. That pass intervened by Man City's Mateo Kovacic. And he hands it right back to the Italians with Bastoni. And now to his teammate Damian. Jorginho looking for options. DeMarco now. Play back to Calafiori. Italy back. Trying to get control of this game through some possession. That's a great little roll. And now Raspadori with a lot of green grass still running in the right channel. Who does he pick out? Oh, looking for Vertegu. And in the way is Pongrancic in the end. The first time we've seen Italy spread the Croatian side. Barella now. Raspadori. There's Damian. And Calafiori. Tellins getting back into this game after an early, really positive start from the Croatians. Great turn from Raspadori. Here comes Calafiori's wandered forward. That roll ball back just finds a blue shirt there. Great turn in that side area by Josip Vardiol. And the Croatians can go play now. Luka Modric and Stanisic. Now with Pongrancic. This is what we expect from Croatian games of football like this. The experienced heads to turn this game in midfield is Kovacic. Oh, lets that roll for Josip Vardiol. Does find its intended target now in Kovacic. Plays in Brozovic now. Kramaric drifting out left now. Finds Vardiol. Just going to turn the cogs here. This Croatian side. Put the pressure up here in this Italian side through some possession. And so far in the opening 9 minutes or so, they've done that. Doesn't take great effect so far. Sucic's shot stinging the gloves of Donnarumma within the first 5 minutes. Here's Modric. He's willing to sit in and sit with that bank of 5. 3 in front of that and 2 in front of that third and that second line there. Making it very hard for Croatia to break through these lines. They're happy to win the ball back like so, and now they can have their own chance on the ball. Di Lorenzo. Barella. That ball was tough to take for Jorginho, but they work it out in the end. Spadori's touch keeps the ball in play, and the Croatian side can go on. Pongrancic. Luka Modric. Has the magician tonight got his magician's hat on? Stanisic, that back pass. Probably under pressure from Vertegu. To 10 minutes. One shot so far for the Croatians. Outside of that, a lot of possession. A lot between the thirds. I think as we can expect for a lot of games for match day 3. Tight and tense. Here's Jorginho. Spreads the play to DeMarco. A lot of space in front of him. His ball drives in the area. I think it's in the end Pellegrini's header that goes nowhere near the target for the Italians. I think this is how we're going to see them play today. On the counter-attack. Stretching the Croatian back line. This is the first warning shot there for the Croatians. Don't get caught out on the counter-attack. Oh, Kramaric nearly wins that 50-50 with Jorginho. It's the Arsenal man to get the ball back towards his keeper, Donnarumma. Finds Di Lorenzo down this right-hand flank. Vardiol touch tight to him. And the Napoli man winning a foul. There's Bastoni. Kovacic wins that 50-50 with Jorginho. Out muscles the Arsenal man. Kovacic back to Brozovic. A chance now for Croatia in the final third to make something of this. to winning the ball back so high up the pitch. Kovacic drives back with him now from Modric. Finding Andre Kramaric. He dropped into another dangerous spot there. Gets past Pellegrini easily. Oh, what a slide ball. Looking for Pasalic. And again, some great build-up for the Croatians. So easy to get past by Pellegrini. They're really lazy, poor challenge. They've been proceedings in the advantage of the Croatians so far. Here's Vardiol. Back to Prongranic. So far, so good for the Croatians. However, that's not going to work for them. The turnover finds Jorginho. Now Nicolo Barella. Barella back to Calafiori. Into the feet of Raspadori. The Italians having a chance here to just ping the ball around. Jorginho. Now Barella. That's a fantastic ball to find Di Lorenzo. He's got space on his right-hand side and we'll win a corner. This ball being blocked in behind by Josko Vardiol. That's not the comments. What is your prediction? Who is your winner of this game here, this vital game coming out here of Group B? We'll keep you updated about what's the happenings in the other game from this group. And it's Spain 1, Albania 0. The other game with Ferran Torres on the score sheet early. They've gone with a much changed lineup there. David Raya playing in goal. Vivian, Navas, Grimaldo, Laporte, Marino, Zubamendi, Ferran Torres, Olmo, Oyarzabal, and Hosselu playing in that one. DeMarco's ball in, Paul. Pasadic as far as Pellegrini, but Luka Modric wins that ball. And Barella wins a 50-50 in the end. But always a threat on the counter-attack. As we speak so far, Spain enhance their dominance of this group and go to 9 points. Whilst as it stays as is, it'll be the Italians going through on 4 points. Suzlo does well. Livakovic. Now Josko Vardiol. Pogranic space here to turn and run into. Reverts back to Mateo Kovacic in the end. Now with Brozovic. Croatia desperate for improved performance. They've gone from a poor start to a slightly better, or if not worse, type performance versus Albania. Now we need to see a full display. Goals and defensively solid. I've had a full package so far for the Croatian side and been quite underwhelming yet again. Especially in what would be Luka Modric's last hurrah, you'd think, with the Croatian national team. Here is that man. He looks for Andre Kramaric in behind. Bastoni has a job to do here. And did it quite well in the end. Calafiori's touch gets away from him. It's rolled into Pasalic. Now Stanisic. And his ball bowls right up and into the grateful arms of Gianluigi Donnarumma. As we're over a quarter of an hour on this one here. Still 0-0. Donnarumma the only keeper to make a save up to this point in time. Donnarumma's ball in search of Retegu. He flicks on, but only flicks on to Livakovic in the Croatian net. Here's Stanisic now. Here's a little Livakovic. Di Lorenzo's header on. And Pogranic controls that ball back to Livakovic. He goes long. Got a chase here. Bastoni and Pasalic. And the pressing on from the Croatians. Momentarily in some trouble. They've done well, the Italians, to play out of the press. Barella's ball. Nicked off. Nearly one back by the Croatians, but bit of control. Chaos so far from the Italians to try and play out of this press. Donnarumma search for Di Lorenzo. Flick on finds Raspadori, but his ball does find Retegu in the end. And it's a foul on Pogranic. Brozovic isn't happy with the call, but in the end, Retegu made something out of nothing in the end. Stops that ball, and then Pogranic does get a hold of his neck and pull him to the ground. So, yeah, left arm there, Pogranic does bring him down. So that's a valid call for a foul. As I look back at that Sucic early effort, powerful effort towards goal, which just seemed to float and drift through the sky. And a strong Donnarumma top left hand to keep that out the back of the net. Keeper always seems to turn up for his national side and make some big saves at some big moments. At that point in time, be a flashpoint in this game here. Was that a big opportunity for the Croatians? Jorginho over this set piece here for the Italians. Here is Jorginho. Plays to Bologna's Calafiori. Now Bastoni. Damian. Playing keep off with Barella. Italians look to have a flurry forward into their forward half. Vardio gets rid. Only as far as Damian. Very, very compact. The Croatian side here. Much better than what we saw in that first match day. Midfield close to the back four. No spaces to wander into for Italians. Here's Pellegrini. Finds Calafiori. Now Jorginho. Back with Calafiori. He's left with the ball in the area. It's a header on Retegu. Oh. Great ball from the centre half into the area. And the centre forward made the most of it. Got up strong and headed not too far away from the goal either. Now, overpowered Vardio. And in the end, just had to get his header a bit more on target with that ball spinning away. And a corner in the end awarded. So the Italians had a chance to stamp their authority here from this set piece. DeMarco over to take. It's Pellegrini and DeMarco of this corner kick. Left foot of DeMarco, the right foot of Pellegrini. It will be Pellegrini to take. Outswinger. Once again, not past the first man. Where's Barella? Jorginho now. Looks at a great ball across to Pellegrini. And a first time ball to Retegu. When it's blocked. And Pogrančić gets in the way well. But once again, a fantastic ball over the top. Pellegrini's first time out the sky, that cross. And to find Rategu in the area with the time to take a touch. Almost worth going first time. The end is Batamis had the opportunity to take his second touch and shoot. The Croatians crowded out the centre forward. The Italians growing into this game here. With chance after chance. There's DeMarco. And that ball was poor from Raspadori in the end. Lacking a bit of quality there. Took the wrong club in that occasion there, Raspadori. Well and truly high and well and truly wide. Spain still lead 1-0 in the other game versus Albania, so they're finishing off this group in perfect fashion. That flick on finds Pasalic. It's broken up. And a foul by Sucic. And he'll get a yellow card for his challenge there. A lazy sort of paw. Dangled right foot out there to bring down a Pellegrini. So far, the overwhelming possession in the favour of the Croatians. However, the 3 attempts on goal coming from the Italians. I think the score that does matter, though, is a big one on screen. It's still 0-0. Fantastic ball in behind. Livakovic out well. Pellegrini was still on goal there for a minute. They played long and direct to Scamacca in game 2. They have a bit more midfield dominance and possession dominance in match day 1. And this third match has a bit of a combination. Sitting back when they need to defend, but then also over the top through balls and using pace to get behind of this Croatian backline. As Bastoni breaks up that Croatian attack and get Italy going forward. Di Lorenzo seems to have a lot of space in this right-hand channel here for the Italians. I think the players keeping the width, the wing-backs, are the players causing the problem so far. There's Calafiore now. Di Marco. Jorginho. New system seems to have worked so far for the Italians. They grow into this game of football. Here's Di Lorenzo. Raspadori running in behind. Chose not to use him. Here's Jorginho. Switch ball in the DeMarco direction. He plays that ball to Pellegrini. Who's out strength and a poor pass in the end. And it's to the Rategu, who's shot. Partially blocked and put behind by a corner by Livakovic. Always looking at a dangerous option. Something different to Scamacca. Always available for a ball. A real true number 9. Then he had that spinning ball. Livakovic couldn't get a hand onto it. Or controlled hand onto it. And it spills behind for a corner. Calafiore. Bastoni. Wandering forward. Same two faced over this corner once again. DeMarco and Pellegrini. It's DeMarco's take. Out only as far as Raspadori. Now Barella. And it's a free head at the back post for Bastoni and a fantastic save from Livakovic to deny the Inter Milan centre half from point blank range. What a save. Initial ball's poor. It's cleared away. It goes as far as Raspadori and Barella's return ball. Fantastic. And at the back post, unmarked Bastoni. In the end of the day, it's headed straight at Livakovic, but a really good recovery effort there from the Croatian goalkeeper. It's Pellegrini's in-swinger now. Only as far as Brozovic. He heads back into the dangerous area. And a foul there on Andre Kramaric, and Croatia will be taking a deep sigh of relief after that ball did not find the back of the net. A fantastic ball into the area by Barella, and Bastoni will be wondering how he hasn't made this game 1-0. The Croatians get back on their horse and go again. From Grancic. Now Sutolo. Mateo Kovacic. Into the feet of the magician, Luka Modric. Back now with Kovacic. Sprays that ball wide in search of Stanisic. So far sitting in well, the Italians. They're not giving the Croatians much. Who need to win this game of football. They can't afford just to draw this game. It won't be enough, you'd think, for that third place qualifying spot or to finish second in the group. Vardiol does well. It's defeated Kovacic. In the end, Jorginho gets in well there and provides the intervention needed. Vardiol. Bit of head tennis with Luka Modric. Become an approach here, the half-hour mark. Biggest chance, I guess, just then from Bastoni's header. Central yet powerful header saved by Livakovic to keep this game all square and scoreless so far. Haven't been shy of goal-mouth entertainment so far, though. Both keepers caught in to make saves. Italians were going to give up the possession to try and win this game of football. Doing so far so well in this new 3 centre-half formation. Here's Brozovic. Now with Kovacic. Running Luka Modric. Oh, fantastic ball for Pasalic. Kramaric now. Stanisic. Back with Luka Modric. Pass for the Croatians so far. But they cannot break down this resolute Italian back five. Forced backwards and sideways by the Italians. Here's Kramaric. Space to run into. Rolls it for Joso Vardiol. Now with Luka Modric. Oh, parried out. And Stanisic had a chance there, but he missed his kick. And the Croatians can go again. Here's Andre Kramaric. Faced up by Di Lorenzo. Rolls to Luka Modric. What can the master find from here? Shot blocked away by Di Marco. Out of nothing, the Croatians turned the pressure up, turned the heat up all of a sudden and nearly piece apart this Italian side. Here's Stanisic. He just missed his kick in an important time there as Donnarumma parried the Luka Modric cross out into a dangerous spot in the 6-yard box. There's Kovacic. The ball back to Pongrancic. Pasalic. His pass broken up by Bastoni. Di Lorenzo. Down the feet of Barella. And out of play off Andre Kramaric for an Italian throw. Look back at this moment here. Luka Modric's ball across the area. Donnaruma's parry poor into a really dangerous spot. Tell you what, if Stanisic has got a clean connection on that ball that came out to him, he could be talking about a 1-0 lead to the Croatians. As we are, we're still talking about a scoreless game. Both keepers caught into action, but no goal as of yet. There's Stanisic now. Pongrancic. Remains 1-0 to Spain in the other game versus Albania. So looks like Albania will be finishing bottom of the group as it currently stands. But 2 points you think wouldn't be enough to qualify in the round of 16 for the Croatian. They need more. Modric really tightly marked by Calafiori there. The ball with DiMarco. Ball's turned over and back to the Croatians here. Here's Osho Vardiol. He's past Paul. Brozovic in to win that 50-50 battle. Here's Luka Modric now. Now with Stanisic. Oh, that ball. Searching for Pasalic. Way though by Damian. Stanisic. And Brozovic. Under the pressure, dribbles the ball out of play. Here's DeMarco to the throw-in. Ball across to Damian, hard to control, but he's done well. Now with Di Lorenzo. Into the feet of Raspadori. And a foul on him by Pongrancic in the end. Jorginho with space in green grass to run into. Now Barella. He returns the ball to the Arsenal man. There seems to be right now a slower pace where you go, I go from both teams. We're going to sit in deep and we're going to give up a key chance by playing a high line there. Relatively compact, both units. The Italian sitting probably the deep of the two sides, but both teams very, very quick to get back in their defensive structure to deny any real opportunity in front of goal. Croatians still only have that 5th minute chance to talk about. Italians, a few more opportunities in front of goal, but nothing real clear cut outside of that Bastoni header. Di Lorenzo does well. Oh, and that ball from Otagu looks like it was on. One back by Raspadori off Josko Vardiol. Searching for DiMarco. And finding him. Now Calafiori. Into the feet of Pellegrini. He turns well. And a snapshot from Pellegrini. And saved quite comfortably in the end for Lavakovic. But in the final third, the Italians were the more dangerous side. Pellegrini with smart feet. Looked to go back across the goalkeeper, but in the end, it was central and comfortable for Lavakovic to control in the end. Less than 10 minutes to play in the first half here. Plus some minimal stoppages, you'd think. Here's Stanisic. Looks long for Andre Kramaric. But Bastoni beats him to that ball there. He can get Italy going back forward again. Positive start from the Italians. It was a faster start by the Croatians, but ever since has been slow and lacking of creativity in the final third. How this could be a chance. That turnover from Di Lorenzo's chest into the area. Pasalic now to whip the ball in. And he'll win the corner of Barella, who isn't happy. A chance at nothing here for the Croatians. Gifted an opportunity through that turnover. There's a magician, Luka Modric, to stand over this one. Plays short for Sucic. Now back for Luka Modric with a change of angle. Searching for passage to the back post, but Just a bit too much on that ball there. There's that chance once again. Bastoni at the back post, unmarked. In the end, it was quite central in the goal. First job's hit the target, he did that, but then you got to look for a spot that's going to go past the goalkeeper, and it's too easy for Livakovic to come across and make himself big and make the save there from Bastoni's header. That was probably the biggest chance of the game so far. Advantage Italy. Barella. Searching for Retegui in behind. Pongrancic wins the race in the end. Once again, another sign Retegui's going to run in behind. He's going to cause problems and always be available for the Italian midfielders to find him. Different option to Gianluca Scamacca. As it currently stands, Spain on 9 points, Italy on 4 points, Croatia on 2 points, and Albania sitting bottom on 1 point, with Spain leading Albania 1-0 in the other game. There's Brozovic. Back to Pongrancic. And the fair Stanisic. And Socic. Into Andrej Kramaric. He's then just drop into different holes in the pitch and link up the game. Now Luka Modric. Now Stanisic. The Croatians come forward once more. A bit more guile. A bit more precision in the final third, and that won't help. Poor pass from Brozovic, broken up by Calafiori. Now a chance for the Italians to play out with some one-touch football, some beautiful football in tight areas. And they're out initially. That cross-ball pass is poor. Di Lorenzo makes the most of it. Bavardiola across to cover and headed back to his goalkeeper, Livakovic. As we come towards the final 5 minutes here of this engaging yet slow-paced first half. So there might be a theme of these match day 3 games in my Germany match recap reaction, and it's continued here into Group B. No team wanting to lose a game. Only one team in to win the game as well. So we'll see how the second half goes, but the Italians looking the more dangerous of the two sides. They don't need a win. Stanisic wins a throw off the Pellegrini tackle. Throwing it as far as Jorginho. Brozovic heads that back to Livakovic. He rolls into Pongrancic. Now Modric. At the moment, it just seems tough to see Croatia's avenue to goal. Is it going to be a mistake? Is it going to be a moment of brilliance? But the build-up so far hasn't showed us that they've got what it takes to break apart this Italian back five. I'll be glad to be wrong in that viewpoint, but so far Croatians have lacked that creativity in the final third, and it's really been the Italians who look the more dangerous once they get that pull past the halfway mark. As we approach the half-time whistle here. A high foot against Sutala. Retegui so far has been a really, really valiant inclusion for the Italian side, making it difficult for the two Croatian centre halves, being available to have the ball at his feet or in the air, being a willing runner in behind. There's DeMarco. It's broken up well by Stanisic. A bit of Brozovic and Modric, and back to Sutalo. Now it's Sucic. Now Brozovic space to run into. Drives into that little gap. Finding Luka Modric now. He gets his head up. Faced up by Raspadori. Rolls into Sucic, who drops the shoulder, but Jorginho gets an important touch in and can break up that Croatian attack. DeMarco searches for touch and will get it off the footer. Stanisic for a Italian throw there. Jorginho playing keep off there with DeMarco, but he loses the ball. Sucic finds Kramaric. That return ball to Modric is behind him, and a chance now for Italy to go forward on the counter-attack. Raspadori finding Di Lorenzo, who's been up and down that right-hand flank all day. Damian. Now Jorginho. Jorginho. As the Italians look to run down this first half, you'd think. Italy playing at their pace so far in this game. Calafiori doing it to perfection so far. Managing this game valiantly. There's Rashford. Oh, no, there's Calafiori. Back with Jorginho. Damian. Lorenzo searching for the Inter Milan centre half, but not finding him. As we're into the last minute of the first half. Wow. I just heard it's 0.04 expected goals created by Croatia. That's sort of a sign of their tournament so far. How will they find the back of the net? They have not been good enough in the final third, nor creative enough to break apart Spain here against Italy, and were poor defensively versus Albania. So have not really been good enough in the tournament so far, as we have 1 minute of added time here to play on top of this 45 minutes we've played so far. Here's Josko Vardiol into the feet of Ando Kramaric. He takes it well. Now Pasalic searching for Brozovic, making that late run into the box. However, that ball had too much on it yet again. That's a bit smarter for the Croatians. That's more we want to see from them. A bit more ingenuity on the ball and creativity on the ball to try and piece apart its Italian side, who've looked resilient, who've looked tough to beat, especially with this back five they've implemented in this game here. Donnarumma sends his goal kick long, and that shall be that. A goalless first half. Chances at either end. Only the one chance for the Croatians. It was Sucic's early 5th minute effort that stung the gloves of Donnarumma. Donnarumma had to make a few big saves in the other end. It was Bastoni who tested Livakovic's gloves from an open header, which should have made it 1-0. But outside of that, a game that was played between the thirds, slow momentum which the Italians want to employ. They're fine with a draw. Croatia need a win, and so far they've lacked creativity to find that. It's 0-0 at halftime. I'll be going for a quick break, and we'll come back for the second half to give you all the action as Croatia look to try and get an important goal to qualify for the round of 16. I'll be right back after the halftime break. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. Second half action not too far away. And we're going to change our screen here. A little bit of a live ladder going on in this one. There we go. That is the live group. We'll try and update that as frequently as possible if anything changes. But saying that, it's been very quiet so far, especially in this game. That stat was rinsed over here in Australia, 0.04 expected goals for the Croatian side. They just got to change their approach this game, you think. Take it on, willingness to be aggressive, and potentially try to lose, potentially lose in trying to win the game. West Italian, I think they'll fine to do the same thing again, right? They will want to be that solid back five, be tough to beat. And I think from there, that's enough for them to go through as the second team. They cannot go and win the group now, seeing how Spain have done it and how they already secure that spot. So they're just here to make sure they don't drop out into that third place. And as such can get, I guess, an easier of the two sides coming out. In the round of 16, there's Fratesi on for Pellegrini, a substitution made by Spalletti. As we are ready for second half action now. The Italians will get us kicked off. It's Budimir on for Mario Pasalic. So, proper centre forward coming on. And Kramaric would, you'd think, drift out into that left-hand channel like he's done most of his work so far in the first half, drifting all over the park. Here we go. Massive 45 minutes for Croatia and their tournament here. For the Italians, anything to hold on to secure the second spot in the group. With the Italians to kick off here. As we wait, I assume, for all the broadcast companies to get ready. And we're underway for the second half action here. The Italians kicking from right to left. Croatia from left to right. All to play for. Croatia have to win to go through in the top two spots. For Italy, as you can see by the table there, if it stays as it is, they will go through in second spot. Vakovic caught his action early after a back pass by Sotolo. He clears. Change at half time for Italy. Fratesi comes on for Pellegrini. And for Croatia, they have decided to take off Pasalic for Budimir up top. Spain lead 1-0 in the other game due to a Ferran Torres 13th minute effort. That's why there are 9 points, and Albania remain only on the single point which they got versus Croatia. The second half, the Croatians need a little bit more a little bit more creativity in the final third. Need to go and express themselves a little bit more. Throw some numbers forward. Try and win the game. As I said, you might end up losing it, but at least you're going to try and win the game rather than play out as it currently is, because at this stage, at this point in time, with this sort of style of football, they're not going to do anything. There's Otagu. Now back to DeMarco. He finds Calafiori. He rolls the ball to the feet of Barella and back down to Jorginho. Vardiol wins that. Numbers coming. It's Budimir. He's through, but the pass is taken him wide. Dropped off from Sucic. Now Modric. Stanisic's ball, well deep. That is a very, very poor ball into the area. And just for a moment, we thought the Croatians were in behind with Budimir. But that pass from Vardiol was just a little bit too much after he nicked it off the feet of Di Lorenzo. And then that Stanisic cross was pathetic. Here's Fratesi, just come on. It's giving the ball to the Croatians, and Andre Kramic win a foul. Yeah, very dangerous spot there from Di Lorenzo. And already more of a positive start than we saw in the first half for the Croatians. Chance for the big body to come up. Sutalo, Pongranic, Budimir, all targets in the area here. Luka Modric and Sucic over this set piece. Luka Modric eyeing up his targets. The right-footed ball in. A good ball. Budimir the target. Calafiori in the way in the end. Modric gets an important touch. Kept alive by Josko Vardiol. Now with Modric. He finds Kramaric. Little backheel to Sucic. It's come back to Kramaric. He looks offside. Keeps the ball alive. Fantastic feet. One just too deep of Budimir. And DeMarco can get it clear. And he runs out of green running room. And already Croatia starting to flex their muscle a little bit more in the final third. Fantastic feat there from Andre Kramaric to create that opportunity. I'll tell you what, if a goal happens here, you'll see how quickly this group shifts and changes. So important this game here. Massive for the Italians, huge for the Croatians in what should be Luka Modric's last major tournament. And for the Italians, you wouldn't want to be knocked out in the group stages after missing out on the World Cup yet again. Here's Sucic. With Pongranic. And now Mateo Kovacic. Here's Brozovic now. How did Italy respond to this bright start from Croatia? They continue to sit in this 5-3-2 formation. Is Brozovic, who yet is to really make an impact in this tournament at all. Been quite poor throughout all three games. Can he produce some magic here for his side when they need him most? Here's Pongranic. Now with Luka Modric. Budimir making that run in behind. Modric ignores that and plays Stanisic. Now Sutalo. Just a slow build-up for the Croatians. They can't afford to be too slow, though. They need that pace in the build-up. They need that willingness to go forward and attack. Modric has passed too much on that for Andre Kramaric to bring under his spell. Now Italy can play back at their pace once again with the ball at their feet. Slow the game down. Forces the Croatians to chase them. It's when one well high up the pitch. Josko Vardiol and Croatia once again on the ball. The pressure builds yet again. Brozovic gets it back from Stanisic, and Brozovic with the ball in the area. Budimir was there. Didn't reach him. It's now with Kramaric at the back post. Kramaric trying to get free. Look at a hand there. Looked like a hand was out. And the players are appealing. The fans are appealing. That looked like an arm out. And there will be a VAR check here. Oh, it's away from the body. Fratesi's arms were way too far away from his body. I think that might be a penalty. I think that is a dead set. That's that penalty. I've seen penalties given for less than that. The Croatian fans believe. We wait for VAR. That looks like a very dead set penalty to me. Arms out. It blocks the path of the ball. I think that's a straightforward penalty call in my books, but I'm not the one making the decision. The referee is going to the monitor. And most often this means it is going to be a penalty check and a penalty given. There's not many times they go to the monitor and stay with the on-field decision. We'll have a look at these images here. But with that arm out like that, it's not really tucked in either. The elbow's almost fully extended. And that ball's destined to at least hit the target. The referee telling you a quick look at it. He makes a signal, and it's a penalty for Croatia. What a moment. Handball against Fratesi, who's come on for Pellegrini at half-time. And what a moment this is for Croatia. Of course, Kramaric is at the centre of it all as well. He's been fantastic in the second half, making things happen. And here's Luka Modric to stand over this penalty kick. Here's Luka Modric to step up here. Donnarumma doing all he can to put off the master. How this could change the outlook of Group B. Modric and Donnarumma. Croatia and Italy. The referee's whistle. Modric and saved by Donnarumma. Fantastic from the Italian goalkeeper. He is unbeatable from the spot. And he continues to be that guy from the penalty spot. A tame penalty from Luka Modric, but a fantastic save from Donnarumma. And he might just keep his nation in the tournament and kick Croatia out. That ball into Budimir, and a fantastic save for Donnarumma. And Modric finds the back of the net. And Croatia do lead. Wow. And a massive moment. He is in tears. Croatia lead. And what a minute and a half we've had of football. Advantage Croatia. Donnarumma hero. His defender zero. They needed a moment. Budimir's touch. Donnarumma saves. And the first to pounce. The little master. The hero. He could not make the second save. And a symbol of the Croatian golden era, Luka Modric, arguably one of their greatest ever, has done it for them here. He misses the penalty here, you see on screen, a fantastic save for Donnarumma. It was a tame effort, but he came up to the hero only a minute or so later. And this game has been turned on its head. The group has been turned on its head. Croatia now move into a spot where they can believe they can make the round of 16. Wow, wowee. Now we have a game on our hand. Despite all of Donnarumma's hard work, the Croatians lead. There's your new group standings. That's how it stands now. Croatia going through, and Italy with all it to do now. DeMarco makes way. It's Chiesa on now. Italy need someone to change the game. They turn to the superstar of Euro 2020. What a plot twist we have here. Italy straight away on the front foot. Chiesa straight off the bench to into the game. Damian. Oh, and Fratesi, he makes up for his mistake. Sutolo puts that behind for a corner. And this game is sparked to life here. How did Croatia respond now? How do they defend this lead they've gathered through their hero in Luka Modric? Raspadori's ball in. Livakovic punches. Gets 30 or 40 yards on that punch as well. It's Modric's 55th minute tap in. That gives Croatia the 1-0 lead. It puts Croatia into second place in the group. What's a moment? And you can see the group standings on my screen and the screen of the broadcast. As it stands, Croatia are through. And Italy have to wait. Now with all for Italy to do. How do they come back? How do they fight back in this game? Di Lorenzo searches for Chiesa. But can only find the gloves of Livakovic. And what a piece of footballing excitement. A quite boring first half in terms of our European 2024, Euro 2024 expectations, but it sparked to life in the first 15 minutes of the second half, I tell you that. Handball for a penalty save, then minutes later a goal. You couldn't write this script. And of course, Luka Modric is at the core of it all. Like he has been for years, pulling the strings. And in this game here, with the pen in his hand, writing his own story. Now the Croatian fans are in full voice. That long ball in search of Fratesi, who needs to make up for that mistake. That handball giving Croatia the penalty, which they didn't score for, but I guess gave the momentum to find the back of the net eventually. Chiesa, his patch is poor. Kovacic picks that up and drives, and Budimir's ahead of him. It's a fantastic challenge from Barella in strongly. And now this game really is heating up. Modric leaves a foot in. And a foul on Fratesi by Luka Modric. Tensions rising. Energy in the arena is through the roof. We have a game in our hands, ladies and gents. All of a sudden, the tackles are going a little bit harder. Budimir on Jorginho. Strap in, ladies and gents. We've got a massive 30 minutes of football to play. Di Lorenzo's ball in. Put over by Pongranic. Chiesa already making the impact since coming off the bench. What a last 10 to 15 minutes of action we've seen. Raspadori's ball into the area. Bastoni gets first contact, but it's headed over the crossbar. And again, he is there to head that ball. And that, in the end, was actually a massive opportunity. Free header. Has to get that chance down. At least hit the target. He can't keep it down from such close range. That's another massive opportunity missed by Bastoni. Two huge header chances in this game here. Neither taken. Now Spalletti's the one pacing up and down the touchline. It's his team that's behind. Modric in. Vardiol in as well. Another 50-50 won by the Croatians. I said at half-time, they're going to want it more. They're going to have a will to go forward. To try and win the game. They might lose the game, but they've shown through that willingness to commit numbers forward and show some adventure. They've got the lead here in this game. And they've deserved it come the second half. Especially some of the football they've showed us. Budimir being a pest for Calafiori and Bastoni to deal with. Inspired substitution, that one's been as well. Kramaric pressing Di Lorenzo. Chiesa's touch. Vardiol in the way. And now it's the Croatians doing their best to waste some time. Slow the momentum down to the Italians. Bastoni. Now Damian He's drifted out into the left-hand flank with the introduction of Chiesa. So now flat four back for the Italians. Jorginho. Di Lorenzo. Back with the Arsenal man, Jorginho. Looks to find Fratesi, but it's Kovacic in the way. And those two banks of four look very, very compact now for Croatia, as they sit in behind and try and prevent this Italian side from making any progression forward up the pitch. Bastoni searches for Chiesa, and the Juventus man can't keep that ball in play. He's not happy either. And that face of that Italian man sums up a lot of Italians around the world right now. He's a nervy weight. They need some creativity. They need a spark here. As it stands, they'll be the team waiting to find out if they can make it through the round of 16 rather than booking their spot to finishing second in the group. Spain continue to lead 1-0. The group remains as is on screen. There's Chiesa. Vardio stands him up. And Chiesa wins a corner for Italy. Calafiori will wander up. Bastoni will wander up. Retegui's already up. They're the three targets. As we're in the 65th minute here of what has been an enthralling second half. Raspadori's ball. Initial contact by the Croatians. It's as far as Chiesa. Now with Damian. His lifted balls headed out by his teammate Brozovic. Need to be solid here, the Croatians. They've conceded 2 to Albania, 3 to Spain. Could have already conceded 2 to Italy and Bastoni headers. How do they manage this game? Jorginho. Now Chiesa. Feet of Damian and back with Chiesa. And he drives this Croatian defence. Oh, and Fratesi could have found Retegu. But his pass broken up. Now every attack for the Italians is squeaky bum time for the Croatians. And the inadvertent touch from Pongranic is celebrated like a goal back there. It's that Luka Modric 55th minute goal from close range, which gives us the only goal in this game and the goal that changes the complexion of this group totally. Croatia going 3 as we speak, and Italy waiting for what other teams do in their respective groups as it stands. There's Damian. Calafiori, who continues to wander up in danger spots. Jorginho. Now with Di Lorenzo. And Retegu. Barella. Raspadori. And it's Damian. Oh, and a shot's been blocked away by Stanisic. Damian continues to be a dangerous threat down his left-hand flank. Sneaking forward. All the attention on the centre of the park and a lot of the ball down the right-hand channel. It's Damian, who's left unmarked a lot of times down his left-hand flank. He might be a problem for the Croatian side. You're trying to keep it as compact as possible at the back here. Searching more for Di Lorenzo. Vardio on the way. Pongranic gets rid. Now Fratesi. Couldn't win a corner of that ball in. Damian heads the ball back to Raspadori. And it's Sutalo in the way. They can't get rid though. It's just Fratesi. And Pongrancic gets it behind for a corner. And all of a sudden it's all Italian football at the moment. They're pushing for this second goal in the game, the equaliser in this game. I guess that's the balance for Croatia. How far back do you sit? the 9th Italian corner of this game. It's Raspadori to whip this ball back into the box. Looks deep. Met by Lavakovic's fist. Jorginho plays it to Barella. Now back to Raspadori. Di Lorenzo flicks the ball on. Oh, and Lavakovic is in the way. Chiesa. And away by Pongrancic. Important touch by Luka Modric. But it's only repelled as far as Jorginho, and the ball's living in the Croatian half. Bastoni. Finds Chiesa. And back to Bastoni. Instantly searching, probing for this equaliser. Barella. The Croatian side seeing deeper and deeper as the game progresses. And with Barella. Raspadori. Calafiori. Bastoni now. And now with the feet of Chiesa. Sucic defending him. Dinks inside. That cross is poor. And scramble cleared by Sutalo. At the moment, it's anywhere will do for the Croatian side. As you've got changes here. And changes for the Croatians. And Ivan Perisic coming on for Sucic. An experienced head. Naturally more defensive. Wide player. And obviously Kovacic also is going out as well. So Sucic off. Perisic on. And Ivan Usic on for Mateo Kovacic. Two changes to fresh the legs up. So Ivan Usic jumps in that midfield. Ivan Perisic will jump into the wide position and look to supply some security in a deeper position. Damian's ball. Interrupted by Sutalo. It was cleared in the Budimir direction. He can't hold that ball up. It's back with Jorginho now. All the possession, all the momentum with the Italians right now after that Croatian goal. But the Croatians start sitting in deep, making themselves tough to break down. Here's Calafiori. Finding Fratesi, and Fratesi wins a foul off Vardio. That is a very poor mistake to push him there in that dangerous spot. Uncharacteristic brain fade from the Man City man. And that's a very dangerous area now for the Italians to have a set pace. Spalletti and his crew. Barella, Raspadori, Chiesa, all over this. But who wants it? It's Raspadori sets the ball. You expect him to be the one to take this. Calafiori's also decided to join Barella and Raspadori over this ball. Calafiori, he fakes it. Raspadori's take. And the wall does his job and heads over the crossbar. Sutalo with the important touch there over the crossbar. Still 18 minutes to play of regulation time, plus the stoppages. The Italians are coming. You think eventually they'd get a big chance here. Raspadori. Initial contact by Budimir. Put back in by Raspadori. Headed away again by the Croatians. Only as far as Barella. He goes back to Donnarumma. Long in the Fratesi Retagu direction, and he wins a foul from Pongranic. Had a handful of the Italians in a forward. We'll pick up a yellow card for that challenge. Raspadori now. And Jorginho. With Chiesa. Now Di Lorenzo. Damian. Now Bastoni. Croatia do well to continue to allow time to tick. It'll feel like an age for the Croatian fans. For the Italians, it'll feel like time's flying past. Di Lorenzo's ball's poor. And allows to roll to the feet of the keeper, Livakovic. Vanusic has picked up a yellow card, for kicking the ball away rather than Pongranic. Raspadori. Damian, and gets the ball back of Damian. And well tackled by Luka Modric. More substitutions. It's Gianluca Scamacca to come on. And Raspadori the one, though, to make way. So two centre forwards on the pitch now. Might expect a bit of a 4-4-2 now from the Italians. We've got a 4-3-1-2. With Fratesi playing in behind the two centre forwards. Here's Chiesa. Jorginho. Now with Di Lorenzo. Towns continue to turn the cogs here. Damian. And offside against the Inter Milan defender. That just allows time for the Croatians to reset here. Take some more time at the game. Here's Livakovic now. He searches along. Allows Croatia a bit of territory at least for now. They've managed so far so well. 20 minutes since that opening goal for Luka Modric. And they've kept the Italians out. Can they do it for another 15 minutes? Plus any stoppages. Here's Luka Modric. Finds Kramaric. His flick-on was intervened, and now Italy get a chance to go forward through Damian. Looks back to Calafiori. Now Jorginho. The pressure builds for the Italian side. That's the live group ladder there. Remains as it is as the Spain side lead Albania 1-0. Obviously, in this game here, Croatia lead Italy 1-0. Di Lorenzo searching ball for Chiesa. Pongrancic in the way. Now Fratesi. And Chiesa searching for Retagu. And that cutback ball, no one was there to pick that up. And the offside flag is up. And Croatia can restart play. But again, another warning shot there. Almost in the end, one too many passes from the Italians. Spalletti and his crew have a lot to talk about and a lot to do. How can they salvage this game? Long ball in the bottom direction. He wins the initial contact. The Italians win the second ball, however. And it is Prongrancic, who is the one who picked up the yellow card, despite both of them seem to be tangling up there. He is touch tight to Retegui. He's not allowing the Italian centre forward a centimetre to breathe. The Italians will go again. Now to the 78th minute of action. That back heel for Scamacca is poor, and that's why he was not picked for this game. He's been a liability so far for Italy. Kramaric will leave that throw for Stanisic. It's Meyer looking like he's readying himself from the bench. Lucky to come on and replace Andre Kramaric. Here's his pass Paul, intervened here by Perisic. Now Vardiol and Brozovic, and back to Vardiol. Joshua Vardiol finds the midfielder in Vansuc. That's Stanisic. Back with Inter Milan's Brozovic. Modric. A great return ball for Brozovic. He's got space to cross the ball into the area. Oh, what an important touch for Bastoni, because Budimir was coming in unmarked in the centre of the goal. What a vital touch for Bastoni. That is fantastic. There is Meyer. He's readied himself on the bench. And he'll be introduced. Introduced to Luka Modric out of all the players. The hero of this game so far. He is a rousing pump up to Ivan Perisic. And the Croatian hero, Luka Modric, the magician, might have just kept Croatia's hopes of a round of 16 qualification alive. And it's spine-tingling stuff here, the reception for Luka Modric, as he makes way, the master, for Meyer. There's Vardiol. And Meyer's first touch to put the ball out for a throw. What a performance of Luka Modric, who, by his own standards, probably has been subpar in this tournament so far. But in the most important game for his nation, he popped up with a massive moment to follow that ball in. The referee has called handball against Andre Kramaric there. So come more changes now for the Italians. Damian and Jorginho make way. And it is Zaccagni and Fagioli coming on to replace those two. It's even more attacking now from the Italians, you'd think. As the centre-back preferred Damian playing left-back will be replaced. So looks like three at the back now for the Italians. With two centre forwards as well. So throwing caution to the wind here, the Italians. That's a poor challenge by Stanisic. And he should be in the book for that challenge, you'd think. Yellow card for the right back. He left a little bit there, and Zaccagni. It's Lorenzo now. He's planning to play a bit more of a central role as they revert to a back three. And there's a flat back three rather than a five. There's Stanisic. Gets away from Zaccagni. Can he get it as far as Calafiori? Kramaric wins that ball back. Now with Meyer. Stanisic, and some rare spells of possession here for the Croatians as we are well and truly into the last 10 minutes of regulation time now. Livakovic looks long. Lorenzo takes it up the sky. Finds for Jolie. Chiesa. For Jolie. Oh. I tell you what, Skamaka was through if Retegu's fast pass found him. Just for a minute, the Croatian defence looked like they were split wide open. Brozovic. Perisic looking for Maya. Budemir's touch important. Prevents Bastoni's back pass. And it's dinked over the top. Oh, and Calafiori's clearance. Not convincing. In the end, Bastoni just gets clear. Retegu doesn't win the throw. It's a Croatian throw. And all of a sudden, it was chaos at the back. Budimir nicking a Calafiori intended first clearance. Obviously giving a chance for the Croatians to go and create something. As tensions are high. Budimir. And he fouls Bastoni. So close, yet so far for the Croatians. 5 minutes plus stoppages of play. It's Maya. Slip ball to Brozovic. Return to Maya. Short of him. Ivanusic. Brozovic. He rips that ball in. Into the grateful arms of Donnarumma. Into the drive forward now with Calafiori. Fagioli. 5 minutes plus stoppage to play now. Bastoni now. Fagioli. Finds Kamaka. He in turn finds Federico Chiesa. Vardiol facing him up. His ball hacked clear by Brozovic. I'll tell you what, at this Leipzig stadium, we've seen some late drama. Can we see it once more? Bastoni. Federico Chiesa. And Barella. And Fagioli. Now Scamacca. Who finds Retegu. Who finds Chiesa. Oh! And Scamacca couldn't get the important touch. And all it taken was the tiniest touch to put that ball on target of goal. But Stanisic comes across well to just interrupt the run of Scamacca. Just too far in front of the centre forward, Scamacca. And unable to find the back of the net. For the first time, I think, since the two centre forwards have come on, the Italians have used their width to their advantage. Getting balls into the area. That's what they need to do with two centre forwards on the pitch. All the noise coming from the Croatian half of this Leipzig stadium. Livakovic's ball into touch. As we approach the final 3 minutes of regulation time now. Luka Modric marshalling the troops from the bench. We have a cramp now for Stanisic. As Croatia try all the tricks in the book to try and delay this game. How the tables have turned. It went from the Italians slowing the momentum, slowing the pace of the game down, to the Croatians doing it, and the Italians throwing caution to the wind. Here's Brozovic. Now Kramaric. Do the Croatians try for a second? Stanisic. Smart feet to find Maya. Back with Stanisic. Brozovic in support. Back to the right back. Stanisic tries to win a corner, but can't off Calafiori. He's done fantastically well there. We approach the final minute and a half now. As Andrej Kramaric makes way, and it's Juranovic to come on to replace him. More security, more safety. He's had a fantastic game tonight, Andrej Kramaric. And he's hyping up those fans. You don't need much to hype them up at the moment. They're currently going through to the round of 16. The Italians could be bowing out. They'll have to wait for other results later in the week. Bastoni now. What's a second half we've had? Enthralling throughout. Scamacca. Di Lorenzo now. Group will add a live on screen. That's how it currently looks. Zaccagni, Varela, Fagioli. As we go to 8 minutes of stoppage time now. 8 minutes for Croatia to hold on. 8 minutes between Croatia and round of 16 football. Here's Chiesa. Broken up by Sotolo. And here's fast Calafiori. His touch away for Zaccagni. Bastoni across. And he was taken out by Brozovic. And a yellow card for the central midfielder. There's a poor challenge by Brozovic. But I needed one, I guess, in a situation to hold the game up. Scamacca. Fratesi. Stanisic gets rid. As far as Barella. Fagioli can get the Italians going forward. Now Barella. His first touch poor. Ends up getting back in control of his first touch. The Italians are running out of time desperately. Less than 7 minutes to go now. Scamacca. Driving to space. His shot. Took a nick and back for an Italian corner. Their 12th of the game, I believe. Brozovic heading across to get that touch. Zaccagni to whip this ball in. First touch by Perisic. Second ball by Di Lorenzo. Now away from Vardiol. And Juranovic wins a foul. You'd think of Calafiori and does fantastically well. And more seconds can be run off the clock now. And that was a tackle of an inexperienced centre-half in Calafiori. 8 minutes extra time indeed. It is going to be a crazy end to this game. Spalletti on edge. Those Italian fans, nervy, painful watching this game. Ball back with Petkovic. He looks long. Ball out of play for the Italian throw. We're now 3 minutes into the minimum of 8 added on and added time. Head into midfield. Brozovic picks it up. Now Ivan Perisic. Into Maya's feet. Perisic ushers that one out for a throw. More time off the clock for the Croatians. Throw taken in search of Budimir. It clashes with Bastoni. Vanusic wins the header. Budimir flicks the ball on. He's taken the ground. And a free kick. And a very important free kick for the Croatians. And I tell you what, that centre forward, Budimir, has come on and changed this game. His physicality, his running, his availability for the ball has changed this game for a positive manner. Croatia now halfway through the minimum of 8 minutes of added time in the second half here. Still a long way to go, but a lot of the hard work done now. Maya stands over this ball. Now Brozovic does. He finds Vanusic. Bit of possession here for the Croatians. Maya. Driving into green grass. Gets a return ball. And finds Stanisic towards the corner flag. Zakanji's feet poor. Budimir holds the ball off and flicks the ball on. And it's Perisic. And that cross is wild. And out for a goal kick. And word has come through of Spain's 1-0 win over Albania. So Albania are definitely out of contention. Spain win the group with a perfect record. Referee tells the players to play on. Vardiol. And Juranovic. Chance to go forward. And this could be a killing blow to Italians and their round of 16 hopes. And I think it's a foul against Brozovic. I tell you what though, if Italian can get another goal here, that could be their tournament all over. You have to make sure to just go for the game, but don't overcommit numbers forward because there's still a chance to qualify through the third place qualifiers. And a negative 2 goal difference might be too much to overturn. Di Lorenzo. We're into the last 2 minutes of added time. Bastoni searches long. Both Croatians head that ball away. Ajoli to Calafiori. Now Barella. Fratesi. Poor return ball, Retagu. Brozovic picks the ball up. Just over a minute left for Croatia to hold on. Budimir as well, but fouls Bastoni in the process. Less than 1 minute to go. The master can't bear to watch Luka Modric. Fratesi is fouled. Calafiori driving. And what a goal! And it's Zakanji. And he's levelled it up. And saved it till this tournament. Wow. It had to be another twist, didn't it? Seconds away, the Croatians. And how about that twist to the tail? And all their hard work, Luka Modric's magic moment, has been destroyed by a Zaccagni beautiful curling finish. How can you not love this game? It all is credit from Calafiori's great run. He split apart the Croatian defence, draws everyone in, and Zaccagni's first time effort. Wow, what's a finish. Composed, cool, calm, collected. He was the coldest man in Leipzig at that point in time. And Italy were seconds away potentially of going home. And now they have potentially sent Croatia home. Spalletti runs in joy. Croatians fall in sadness. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is full time. What a twist to this tale. The football god said we got one more twist to the tail. Croatia were there. They were in touching distance of the round of 16. But in a bit of footballing magic, Zaccagni popped up to find the top right-hand corner with the most fantastic finish with the last kick of the game. Italy from the brink of elimination are into salvation. They're into the round of 16. And with Croatia, through their hero, Luka Modric, their idol, their god in their country, Luka Modric, found the back of the net just in the 55th minute. They thought they were there. They were merely one kick away from the round of 16. Instead, it's Italy going through the round of 16 and Croatia bowing out, we think. A moment of massive importance for the Italian side. It was Modric 55th minute goal, and it was Zaccagni's 98th minute winner that makes this game 1-1 and sends Croatia home. That's how the group will stand. Spain win it, being perfect. Italy through in second on 4 points, and Croatia, we think, out on 2 points. Wow. What a game. How can you not love this game, ladies and gentlemen? That was fantastic. Zaccagni, the hero. We thought Luka Modric might do it in what would be his final tournament, but it was Zaccagni to pop up. Wow. There you go. Group B finishes like that. Spain on 9 points. Italy scraping through the last kick of the group stage on 4 points. Croatia on 2 and Albania on 1. It's not quite all over yet for Croatia, but I believe a lot of things have to go in their favour for them to qualify now. It's almost an impossible task from here on in. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gents. I'll be back for some games. Group C action tomorrow, and I'm back to react to this game tomorrow morning in what is one of the great games I've seen in my time watching football. Thank you, ladies and gents. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in another live stream, podcast, or video very, very soon.